As soon as Elaine heard that he had given away a bracelet worth 5 or 6 million, her eyes flashed. Bracelet? Where is it? Show it to me. Charlie was wary in his heart and said, Mom, the bracelet is in the bedroom, but I plan to return this one. Return? Elaine couldn't help frowning. Is your brain sick? Return of 5 or 6 million things? Charlie said, I only did a small favor, and they gave such a valuable thing. It's not appropriate. What is appropriate and inappropriate? Elaine blurted out, if he dares to give it to us, he dares to ask for it. What about the bracelet? If you don't need it, I want it. Charlie knew that the mother-in-law didn't hold back any good thoughts. The bracelet was actually intended to be given to Claire by him, but he had not found a suitable reason to tell her, so he put it on hold. Unexpectedly, Jacob's mouth was quick enough, and it shook out all at once. It's not that Charlie is reluctant to bear a bracelet of several million. After all, he has nearly 10 billion in his card. What kind of bracelet he can't afford? But the key is that he feels that his mother-in-law really doesn't deserve to wear such precious things. With her shrewd temper and petty character, wearing a bracelet of 30,000 to 20,000 is worthy of her. However, the mother-in-law Elaine was not willing to miss the opportunity at this time. 5 or 6 million bracelets, how much face is it? So she urged again and again, where is the bracelet? Take it out and let me have a look. Claire next to him also knew that if this bracelet was really taken out and got into Mother's hand, it would not come back. So she also said, Mom, since it's something to be returned to others, let's not take it out to see it. In case it hits and falls, it's not easy to explain it to others. Return back? Elaine was anxious, stood up, and reprimanded, did your brain kick the donkey? Claire knew that her mother would definitely want to spoil her next time, so she resolutely said, Mom, don't talk about it, I have already discussed with Charlie. This is the case. Elaine also knew Claire's temper. If she insisted on giving it back, she couldn't stop it. Thinking of the millions worth thing to be returned, she immediately shed tears in distress, crying and said, it's okay to hire a son-in-law, and it's okay to hire a son-in-law. The girl and me are not in the same mind, I am just dead. Claire clipped a piece of meat to her mother and said, okay Mom, I will buy you a bracelet in the future. This is what you said. The day of the auction. Charlie had just left the room and came to the living room early in the morning. Jacob was already waiting impatiently and greeted him excitedly when he saw him. Charlie, let's go quickly, don't be late. Knowing that he could go to the auction, Jacob didn't sleep well all night. He had already waited for Charlie here. As soon as he saw Charlie coming out, he lied to him and left. Treasure Pavilion is a group of cultural and recreational lovers in Orus Hill City, a cultural and recreational association organized spontaneously. Its base camp is in a manor in a scenic suburb of the city. The president of the association has a background. It is said that personality is a real estate giant in the province who loves culture and entertainment. He took the lead in investing 100 million and gathered a group of businesspeople who also love cultural and entertainment items to form the Jumbo Pavilion. Charlie and Jacob arrived at the gate of Jumbo Manor, parked the car, got out of the car, and looked around. The surrounding scenery is really chic and quiet, with a sense of extravagance, and all the cars parked outside are luxury cars, and the worst are Porsches. The 5 Series BMW that Charlie drove was like a pheasant that fell into a phoenix den, especially dazzling. When the old master got out of the car, he had to walk inside. Jacob was extremely excited. This was the first time he had come to such a high-end occasion. He kept looking around, but he was still a little afraid and couldn't let go of his hands and feet. At the entrance of the venue, Jacob showed the invitation letter nervously. He was a little worried, would the 2 invitation letters that Charlie has gotten be fake? However, the security at the door immediately passed the verification, and respectfully said to the 2 of them, please come in. Jacob was relieved and walked in with Charlie. The 2 of them had just entered the venue, and Harold, who was dressed up like a dog, also walked in swaggeringly. As soon as he walked in, Harold frowned, his expression flashing in shock. Charlie and Jacob are here. This one young and rag, what are you doing here? There is only one invitation letter in the entire Wilson family, and now it is in his hand. Do these two rags want to get in? Thinking of the losses suffered by Charlie before, Harold strode forward angrily, and shouted, "Charlie, how did you get in? Do you know where this is?" Charlie suddenly heard Harold's male duck voice, and couldn't help frowning. When Jacob saw Harold, he smiled triumphantly. "Oh, Harold, you are here too." Not only did Harold look down on Charlie, but also the second Uncle Jacob, so he frowned and asked him, "What are you doing here? Is there an invitation?" "Of course," Jacob blurted out.